John Colo at DiscountJuicers.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you. In this episode, I'm going to do one of my favorite bulk juicing episodes for you guys. You know, a lot of you guys, I know you may be working every day and you don't have time to use your juicer each and every day. That being said, the NAMA J2 is very easy to use. Check the link down below to the video I made, how to make 4 juices in the NAMA J2. You could do the prep work actually the night before, so when you wake up in the morning before you go to work, just load up the hopper, shut the lid, turn it on, walk away, do what you need to do, get ready for work, come back, the juicer's done. You could pack up your juice to go and quickly wash the juicer and be on your way so that you can juice every day. I'll be the first to tell you guys, juicing fresh every day is the best way to drink it because you don't have to store it. You're going to have the least amount of oxidative damage and you're going to get the most benefits from the fruits and vegetables that you are juicing. That being said, I know a lot of you guys like me are busy and you don't want to juice every day, just small 1 cup amounts, right? Some of you guys want to just take, okay, John, I want to dedicate like half of my Saturday or Sunday maybe to like juice a bunch of stuff, make a bunch of juice, and then store it properly for the week so that you can now juice, literally take like 1 hour, 2 hours on a weekend day, make all your juice for the week so that you and your family could drink healthy fruit and vegetable juices so you can massively increase the amount of fruits and vegetables that you guys get in your diet, because most Americans unfortunately don't eat enough fruits and vegetables have been correlated with greater health, because when you're eating more fruits and vegetables, guess what? You're eating automatically less of the other things that are going to fill up your stomach. So I encourage you guys to make fruit and vegetables a dominant part of your diet, whether you want to just pick up an apple and eat it while you're at work, or drink a juice like I'll be making today, eat a fresh salad, make a green smoothie, just eat more fruits and vegetables. Juicing is the way I like to do that the most because it just makes, you know, eating vegetables a lot more fun. Today I'll be making a root juice in the NAMA J2 juicer, which is my favorite juicer for bulk juicing. Link down below to the video I made, how I basically make I think I made 7 quarts in under an hour in the NAMA J2 when I made my green juice. And that's a juice I like to drink on a daily basis, and that has to happen. That's like a no-brainer for me, is to drink my green juice. Has to happen. My secondary juice that I prefer to have is a root-based juice. I want you guys to understand there are juicers out there. I want you guys to juice all different parts of the fruits and the vegetables. Well, the vegetables specifically. So for example, on vegetables, the most powerful in my opinion are leafy greens. The next most powerful are stem vegetables like celery, and I would consider cauliflower and broccoli like stem vegetables or flower vegetables. Then I would say the root vegetables are very powerful, and we should get a lot of roots into us. Roots basically will store carbohydrates and a lot of nutrients from the plant in their roots. And then finally, of course, if you fill yourself up first with green juices and root juices, then by all means, and you're still thirsty, you want to stay hydrated, eat some fresh fruit or even juice some fruit. There are benefits to juicing fruits. Some people think, oh, fruit juice is high in sugar. Link down below to that video where I made fruit juice may not be as bad as you think. And also a lot of people say, vegetables, John, carrots, they got a lot of sugar in there. Well, here's the thing, guys. I think drinking a carrot juice that you make in your own home juicer is much healthier than a candy bar, processed food, a lot of processed foods, fast food, junk food, sodas you would drink. I think it's better than drinking like a kombucha is to drink a carrot juice. So the fact of the matter is people are eating a lot of things that are a lot less healthy than carrot juice. That being said, I'd rather drink a green juice myself than a carrot juice. But, you know, hey, guys, I want you guys to understand this. Carrots, especially the purple ones, have some extra added benefits. They have things like farcarnol in there. The purple ones have anthocyanins. These are anti-cancer and health-promoting compounds that the carrots make and put them into them. And if you just don't drink carrot juice because the sugar, you're not going to get the farcarnol, you're not going to get the purple anthocyanins from the purple carrots either. And if you think they're bad, hey, don't juice a lot of them. You know, in this recipe, this is my base recipe. I don't follow this exact recipe every week because I make this on a weekly basis. I kind of do a rough estimate of this recipe. I add common things that I'll go over actually right now. I will always add, even though this is a root-based juice, I'll always add red cabbage to my juice. It's a purple vegetable. It's also a cruciferous vegetable, so it's anti-cancer and anthocyanin enriched. Sometimes I'll do 2 heads of the cabbage. Today I only have 1. Another big part of my root juice is carrots. You know, while many people may buy the standard orange carrots, and you know, carrots can be quite inexpensive for non-organic carrots near me. You could get a 25-pound bag of horse carrots, or also called juice carrots, for like $6 to $8. So, you know, juicing doesn't have to be expensive, you know. That being said, I buy about 10 pounds of organic carrots for about $6, so that's about 60 cents per pound. And then when I want to get the special purple carrots, they come in a multi-pack at Trader Joe's for like $1 a pound. And I usually seek out the packages that have more purple carrots because they're a lot more valuable than, say, the white carrots, in my personal opinion. So carrots make up the base. Also, the beets, very important vegetable, can increase your nitric oxide levels in your body. Plus, it's full of betalains and other bioactive compounds that be quite beneficial for us. Today I'm the carrots I have probably about like 7 pounds, maybe 8 pounds, something like that. And then I have a bunch of beets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beets. I also have the radishes. Do not underestimate the mighty radish. They will add nice liquid to your juice. They may make your juice a little bit peppery depending on how ripe the radish is. Radishes are also in the cruciferous family of vegetables and have some anti-cancer power in them as well, based on the studies I've seen. In addition, another root vegetable I want you guys to incorporate is the jicama. Some of you guys may know this, some of you guys may not know this. Jicama, honestly guys, is one of my favorite things at juice. It's, number one, it's like inexpensive. I mean, jicama is on sale this week for 3 pounds for $1 at a local Hispanic market near me. I think these were like 2 pounds for $1, so 50 cents a pound. And they add a lot of water content to your juices. Not only just the structured water, or the easy water that they add. Actually, all these fruits and vegetables will add easy water that is more hydrating than just drinking water alone. That's why I like to stay hydrated with my juices. But the jicama juice will also contain the soluble fiber known as inulin that is good for feeding your gut buddies, your microbiome inside you. Plus, this could also be a high nitric oxide food, increase your blood flow so that everything works a little bit better. So I got 3 nice large jicamas here. Another root we got, of course, is the turmeric. I got this special Hawaiian turmeric direct from Hawaii. This is like a Hawaiian red style turmeric that doesn't have that harsh taste as a standard turmeric you'd buy at the store, which is most commonly the Indian turmeric. That's a little more yellowish. I'm not a big fan of that. Turmeric, number 1, anti-inflammatory root vegetable. Another very important root vegetable is the ginger. So I got 2 big heads of ginger. Thing to remember about ginger, don't put too much. It could really make your juice get quite strong quite fast, so I like to balance it out. Just have a little bit of ginger in there for flavor. The turmeric, on the other hand, that's not really going to make a big flavor change depending on the variety of turmeric you get. But this stuff will stain your juicer, so stay tuned for the ways I show you guys to minimize the staining of your juicer when using turmeric. Of course, some other ingredients we're juicing today are lemons. I got about maybe equivalent of 3 lemons whole that I've cut up already into some pieces. Also, to add some extra liquid, sometimes I don't add tomatoes, but today I got a whole pitcher of hothouse grown cherry tomatoes. And here's the thing, guys, when juicing cherry tomatoes in a slow juicer, you always want to juice the cherry tomatoes instead of the large beefsteaks. They have a lot more skin area, and they're going to juice a lot more effectively than like big soft tomatoes. So I really love juicing the cherries. Adds lots of liquid, lots of nutrition. Also, you know, the tomatoes are full of lycopene, another very important bioactive compound. And of course, finally, for sweetness and to add some extra volume, we got about 10 Opal organic apples. You could use any apples, really. These are the ones that happen to be on sale. So that's why I'm using them. I would prefer to actually juice some green apples. You know, Granny Smith or Fuji apples that tend to juice better than other varieties of apples. So yeah, those are all the ingredients I'm going to use. The only thing I've done to date so far is to wash all this stuff. So you guys can see, you got to chop off the tops. I usually just wash them with a brush them off, and then I'll cut off the top, cut off the bottom, and then I'll juice them on up, and I got to cut off the tops and bottoms of the beets and the radishes and chop up some things as I'm juicing. So I don't want this to be a long video because most of the video is just going to be basically you're going to see me working through cutting and adding and doing all these batches of the J2 and then filling up all my jars. That being said, before I get started, I want to share with you guys some very important tips to juice optimally in your NAMA J2 or any other juicer for that matter. So all these ingredients, you know, on average cost me between 50 cents to $1 a pound on average. I think the exceptions were like the ginger was like $3 a pound, and this is like all organic stuff actually. The tomatoes are hothouse grown, so they're IPM. But the turmeric was like, I don't know, $12 a pound or something like that. So it's like, this was like at least 12 times or 20 times more than some of these other ingredients I'm using. So I want to get maximum extraction out of this, and now I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So to get maximum extraction out of your turmeric, what you want to do is you want to load in the turmeric first into the juicer as the first thing. Normally I would recommend you guys mix everything together, but I'm going to juice the turmeric the first thing, and we're just going to go ahead and let that run through the juicer. Alright, in no time at all, it worked through all that turmeric. Now the next trick is you want to use a lemon right after the turmeric to get some acid, and that'll help clean out all the turmeric stains inside the juicer. And also the liquid of the lemon will help kind of flush through the thick juice of the turmeric. Now after you put the lemon in there, the main thing you want to do is you want to make sure you get all the turmeric pulp out of the juicer. That's a very important step. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put a white carrot in here next. Maybe we'll use like 2 white carrots. Alright, so once you juice the white carrots, what you're looking for is you're looking for the pulp that's coming out. As it's coming out, you're going to look for to make sure like the white carrots are coming out and all the turmeric has stopped coming out. So you guys can see the turmeric is actually quite orange in here. So we're just going to basically pour this turmeric in this other jar here. And then what's going to happen is as I'm juicing the rest of the items, I'm going to go ahead and just mix in a little bit of this turmeric in when I'm juicing the other items. I'll probably put a little turmeric and then I'll probably put in some tomatoes after it. And what will happen is this will put the turmeric through a second time in the juicer when juicing the other items, and you'll get a little bit higher, you know, press or yield out of your expensive turmeric. I don't always do this, but with the ingredients like the turmeric and especially the purple carrots, because they are so beneficial, I want to extract the maximum nutrients. So actually I will run them through the juicer twice, whereas basically the rest of this produce will just get run through a single time. So I want to share that tip with you guys before we get started, so you guys could maximize your yield of expensive produce. And these are tips that simply you guys aren't going to hear on any other channel, because I learned from my juicing experiences. I juice more than probably anybody else on YouTube, and I like to share those with you so that you guys can save more money, get healthy, and get more fruits and vegetables in you. And if you guys enjoy my videos and my content and want to be able to support me and my work so I can continue to make these videos and share with you guys my expert tips and show you guys bulk juicing large amounts, because nobody else is really doing this unless it's a commercial operation, be sure to support me by making your purchase at discountjuicers.com, or if you guys, I could hook you guys up with a $55 off discount code so you guys can get my favorite juicer, the NAMA J2 juicer that I am using today to do all this bulk juicing. You could save $55 by using the coupon code BULK55 because you watched this video. That'll save you guys 55 bucks. But more importantly, when you use that coupon code, NAMA will say, oh, that's the guy that John sent us, and they will give me a small commission based on your sale that allows me to continue to buy my produce and share my expert opinions and tips and techniques with you guys so that you guys can be more effective juicers and, more importantly, become a juicer for life. You know, I don't want you guys to just buy a juicer and do a juice fast and then forget about the juicer and it gets cobwebs on it. You might get it out at Halloween time to scare other kids. I want you guys to use your juicer every single day. And that's really why I love the NAMA J2. While I may not use it every single day, I will bulk juice on select days and have enough juice for the week by literally using this just 1 hour like you guys are going to see right now. So I really appreciate you guys who will use that coupon code BULK55 to save $55 off the NAMA J2 right now. And I want to thank you guys who have used that code in the past. Anyways, let's get on with this video. So what I want to do is actually we're going to go ahead and time to see how long it takes me to juice, to bulk juice all this produce that I have laid out today in the NAMA J2. And we're going to put a stopwatch on to find out how long it takes. All right, so there's the stopwatch. We're gonna go ahead and hit start, and we're just gonna go ahead and start loading up this machine. When I'm juicing this recipe, I always like to put in some of the cabbage first. The cabbage tends to foam a little bit more than the other vegetables that I'm juicing. So my goal is to put a little bit of cabbage in on the bottom of the hopper there, and then load it up with other ingredients that are gonna help reduce the amount of foam created when I'm making this juice. Some items such as spinach will foam a lot more, likely due to their content of saponins, which is a kind of soap that they have in soap nuts. You could wash your laundry with soap nuts that have high levels of saponins, which is natural plant soap. Or you could, a lot of plants have the saponins in there. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and put some of the red cabbage, then the purple cabbage, then we're gonna go ahead and drop in some tomatoes. So I always really like to layer in the different ingredients and textures. So we got a layer of tomatoes in there. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna probably cut up an apple in there. So you guys can see I'm like putting some of the softer items in the Nama J2 first. I cut the apple in half and maybe cut it again. The smaller you cut things, although you don't have to cut it super small, I find that when I cut things smaller, I can fit more in the hopper in one sitting, which means I'll have to load it up a little bit less, which is something I personally like to do. Although you could just cut things a lot larger. I also find when you cut things smaller, it takes less time to juice because the juicer does not have to basically chop up things into smaller pieces and then finally get it fed into the juicer itself. The small pieces really help with that. All right, let's go ahead and drop in a radish. So as you guys can see, I'm basically just putting in like one of every different item into the Nama J2. Now the instructions that come with the Nama J2 will always tell you to load in the soft items first, which is kind of what I'm also doing because I am putting the harder root vegetables on top. And here goes one beet. And let's see here. Oh, we got to put some ginger. So the ginger you could drop in whole. I like to just slice the ginger against the grain. This will allow it to work a little bit better when you're juicing it. And I think we'll put a couple more carrots in there since we have so many. I'm going to probably cut up the jicama the next round because that's going to take a little bit of time. And I got to clean up some space off my cutting board to do that. All right, so we've almost loaded up this hopper to the maximum limit so far. And we're probably pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and put the top down on the juicer. Load it in, turn this on, and get this juicing. And it looks like we're already at about 3 minutes so far. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and speed this part of the video up for you guys. And you guys are gonna get to see the process as I chop and feed things into the Nama J2 to get my root juice made. Check it out, guys. The Nama's still running. I've been turning it off in between. You've been seeing me load it and in the end mostly wait for it because I was done prepping everything, and some of the root vegetables take a pretty long time to go through the juicer. To remind you guys, when I did a green juice, I made about 7 quarts in 55 minutes. Link down below to that video, but this video is insane. I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 quarts, which is like 2.5 gallons, and it's taken like 1 hour and 25 minutes. Now the thing I'm going to tell you guys is this machine is not rated to do 125 minutes of work. So I consider myself very lucky that the machine is still running. If I put my hand on the motor base, it is actually quite warm. It is clear to me that I've overused this machine. So, this is a warning. Do not do this at home. I'm showing what happened today. And in my opinion, I use this machine too long and it should be slapped upside the head. Nama's probably not happy that I'm airing this video. But this is the durability of the juicer. If you need to do this on some rare occasion, this is a rare occasion because I just picked a lot of produce and this is how much juice it made. I do not recommend you guys do this at home. This put way too much work on the motor, and this will, over time, shorten the motor life. That being said, the motor is the part that I have the most confidence in this juicer because it has a full 15-year warranty. You know, I would only recommend maybe using this machine half hour or a little bit more just to get the work done you need. Once again, my opinion, this video was excessive, but the J2 basically didn't struggle the whole way through. The machine stopped only twice when I put some of the purple carrots in that were a little bit more overly mature and more fibrous. And as you guys can see, I've been portioning out the juices pretty much evenly in each of these quart mason jars as I go. I always like to basically fix them all to like make sure I have even dilution, because in the beginning I maybe juiced all that turmeric and later I didn't juice turmeric. So if I would have just filled, you know, these jars first, then these jars on this side wouldn't have the turmeric. But you guys can see all 10 jars of juice made in the Nama J2 juicer. Let me go ahead and fill up the rest of these jars, and we're going to come back at you when I'm showing you guys how to seal them for up to a week. Alright, so we're all ready to show you guys how to store your juices for up to a week. Once again, I want to let you guys know that juicing the roots takes more time. In general, 1 pound of produce equals 1 cup of juice. So each one of these contains about 4 pounds of produce you're going to get into when you drink it. Also want to let you guys know, if say you want to juice something fast and you don't want to take this long to make 10 quarts, right? You guys could juice something like melons, watermelons, cantaloupes, honeydew melons. I've been juicing lots of honeydew melons and mint and jicama lately. And that makes a lot of juice much more quickly than the roots, because the fruits are a lot more water rich and not as dense, and the juice literally gushes out of them much faster. Generally, when you make a green juice, you're going to be using lots of cucumbers and celery, which also is rich in juice, whereas the leafy greens take a little bit longer to process in the J2. But the cool thing is it's working while you can multitask and do other things, so your overall juicing time will be a little bit shorter. Alright, so to save these juices, I don't just fill them to the brim and then cap them off. That's what it is said to do like for ages in juicing, because if you remove the airspace, you're going to prevent the oxidation. You know, you're going to minimize the oxidation is what I would say, but all these juices contain some air bubbles in the juice. So we want to deoxygenate the juice. For all my tips on storing juices, like I think I have like 10 of them, link down below the video where I show you guys all the 10 tips to store your juices for up to a week. This is just the later part. So you want to, number one, get this kit, and I'll put a link down below in the description with the pink pump. Yes, even if you're a guy, you want to get the pink pump. This is the most powerful hand pump I have found to suck the strongest vacuum on the juices and literally suck the air out of the juice. So you're undissolving the trapped oxygen that's in the juice, which is totally amazing to me. So we're just going to go ahead and put a lid on, and we're just going to go ahead and pump. So I want you guys to look at the juice carefully. I don't know if you guys can see the juice carefully, but you guys can see like there's air bubbles rising up to the top of the juice. This is better than storing it just by, you know, putting it up to the brim and topping it off, because we're removing the air bubbles from the juice and removing the excess oxygen from the head space. And all these juices will basically be stored under vacuum at the proper temperature. Very important. And actually this is a little bit hard to pump, but that's one of the reasons why it pulls out so much oxygen. This one's pretty good. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's movement inside the jar. That's the air bubbles coming up. So I gotta vacuum all these juices and then get them in the fridge so they store for up to a week. But before I go, I want to go ahead and taste test the juice. So as much as I made like 9 of these to store, this one juice is my reward. I like to drink one juice fresh. The rest gets stored, and we're gonna let you guys know what it tastes like. Wow. This is a good juice. I taste like the radish in there. I taste the lemon. I taste the tomato actually is pretty dominant in there. You know what? It reminds me of drinking a V8, but of course there's no salt in this one. To me, this is quite good. And I'll remind you guys, roots are a very valuable source of phytonutrients, vitamins, and minerals that I want you guys to get into. There's a scientific study that shows by juicing carrots, you'll have higher levels of beta carotene in your blood than by eating them raw. And so this is an excellent reason to juice, to get better absorption of the nutrition that should be in your food. And there's lots of problems with the food system. The food is not as nutritious as it used to be, according to some of the science that I've seen. So I encourage you guys to concentrate the nutrients from your produce, whether you're juicing organic like I do, or even if you got to juice conventional produce, that's still one of the healthiest foods in the entire grocery store you guys can eat, and I want you guys to do that. And the Nama J2 makes bulk juicing easy as possible. Once again, give you guys a disclaimer, do not make this much juice. This is a home juicer. It is not for commercial use. Commercial use will void your warranty, but if you want to make from 4 to 8 quarts, I've done that on a regular basis because I usually don't get out the Nama J2 unless I'm going to make at least a gallon or 2 in one sitting, and then I only have to clean the juicer once. That being said, this was more than I feel comfortable, than you guys know you guys should do, so don't try this at home because you may be voiding your warranty because you're using it straight up too long. So if you guys enjoyed this episode and you've gained some knowledge and you're like, wow, John, I want that juicer because it's a juicer that you use the most and I trust what you say and I use it to make lots of juice. And if you guys want to make lots of juice for your large family or just make once a week and have it every single day, you guys can get the Nama J2 at namawell.com. You could use the coupon code BULK55 for a $55 off discount so you guys could save some money. Get the Nama juicer for under $500 at this time. And also, when you use that bulk 55 code, Nama knows it came from me and they'll send me a small commission so I can continue to make these videos for you guys, pay my video editor, light my lights, buy all my produce, and share with you guys my tips and techniques so that you guys could juice more effectively and get more fresh fruits and vegetables into you. Of course, besides the Nama J2, we sell all the different major brand juicers at discountjuicers.com, so you will want to check my other episodes where I compare the Nama against other juicers. And I'll be the first to tell you guys the Nama does not make the highest yield, nor does it make the highest quality juice, but I will tell you if I use one of the other juicers to make this much juice, I'd be juicing for probably like 2 more hours. Because this is a lot of juice, and that's why I really love the Nama. It makes a super high quality juice, solid yield, but it just makes the juicing process so much easier to work through a lot of produce in a minimal amount of time. So if you guys are considering going on a juice fast, the Nama J2 is a juicer I would buy and I would use on a juice fast because you got to make, like 4 to 5, 6 quarts a day, and the Nama will make it super simple and super easy so that you guys could do your juice fast and then do everything else you guys got to do in life as well. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, hey, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. That'll encourage me to make more bulk juicing videos. Maybe I'll be a bulk juicing fruit video next. Also be sure to share this video with someone else on Facebook or other different juicer forums so that they can learn about the power of the Nama J2 and how you can bulk juice easily in it so you guys could drink fresh juice each and every day of your lives and be healthier. Also be sure to click that subscribe button right down below so you don't miss out on my new content. I'm coming out every 5 to 7 days. You never know what new juicer tips, what new juicers or vacuum blenders I'll be sharing with you guys to enhance your life, or what juicers I'll be comparing against each other so you guys can learn the truth about juicers. In my opinion, there's lots of misinformation on YouTube regarding juicers, and I cut through all the BS and tell you guys like it is with my honest opinions and showing you guys the actual real world performance of the machines when I juice different amounts of produce in each machine that I do. Make sure you click the little bell so you get notified as my new videos come out. And finally, be sure to check my past episodes. My past episodes are a wealth of knowledge. Over 600 episodes at this time on this channel dedicated to comparing and contrasting and showing you guys the power of juicing fresh fruits and fresh vegetables and offering you the best appliances to get more fruits and vegetables in you. Some links down below to some videos I've made in the past with the Nama J2, including the 4 easy recipes with the Nama J2, the unboxing video, and comparing the Nama to high-speed juicers as well as other juicers. And my favorite video, which is why the Nama juicer is my favorite juicer out there. I want you guys to watch that right now. Link is down below to that. So with that, my name is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for YouTube visitors.